Greatness, can you visualize it? When somebody's really skillful at something, how do you know? How can you tell? I find that an interesting thing to think about. So you see all these videos of people doing, surprises, right? This world famous pianist is playing piano on the street at some junky old piano and nobody knows he's great. Or you have a person who's a orchestra member playing their musical instrument in some subway and most people pass them by and don't give them any money, right? These are all hoaxes, in a sense they're setups. But most people can't tell the difference. Someone today was talking about this Olympic skater there at some local lake doing some stuff. And I asked, can you tell that person's an Olympic skater if you didn't know their background? And after that person said, wow, look at those backflips. I didn't even know you could do backflips. And I guess the answer is yes. And I think that's a really interesting thing. For some skills, you can tell without knowing somebody's background, without having any background in that field, that they're good, they're something special. For some skills, you can't. And some things are more visible and some things are less. And I remember Arnold Schwarzenegger saying in his documentary, Arnold Classic, following people competing to be the world's strongest man, that bodybuilding is one of those things where you don't need tools, equipment, circumstances for people to know you're something different. Right? Basketball. You could be a great basketball player if you have no ball, if you have no hoop. How do people know? You can't show off. A lot of these other musical instruments, you need an instrument to play. Singing, though, you don't need it, right? And he was talking more about presence in the sense that if you're in the presence of an NBA great, you might be able to tell because the guy's super tall. But a soccer player, maybe not, right? But for a bodybuilder, a world-class bodybuilder, or somebody in a world's strongest man competition, you know, because the guy is big, he's strong, he's powerful, he has presence, and you know he's somebody special. And I think that goes back to this whole idea of skills. Some skills are very niche. They're applicable to a certain group. They're appreciated by a select number of people, not everybody. And some skills are universally acknowledged, like singing. That person's a great singer. You could do it anywhere, with anything, right? And bodybuilding, you're strong, you're big, you could lift stuff, right? I mean, one of the guys in a competition, his wife was asking if he could hire some people to move some pots in their yard. He's like, oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I might be able to. How much do they weigh? Oh, 400 pounds, no big deal. I mean, these are huge pots, 400 pounds, that's a lot, but I mean, he could lift it by himself and without an issue. And so I feel like that's the thing about greatness. It depends how you view greatness, but if you use the generic sense, the everybody sense that somebody's great, you may not be able to see somebody's greatness unless they have a skill that's easily visualized, easily interpreted, understood by many people. And I think one skill that we don't think a lot about is this idea of conversation. Some people talk well, some people don't talk well. Some people are shy, some people are outgoing. But some people are great conversationalists. And whenever they go to a party or this or that, they just know how to get people's attention, to capture the room. They're just cool people to be around, right? Interestingness, that's another thing. Some people are fun to be with, some people are not. How would you know? You just have to meet them and you tell instantaneously, right? And it's very interesting because it really doesn't have to do with your personality type. There's this personality type we learned about called antisocial. And I remember learning about it because the teacher was telling these people are wonderful. They're very cool people. A lot of people like them. But they have antisocial personality, which means they care less. They could care less about what people think. It simply doesn't bother them hurting, injuring people. And that's why they're antisocial. Not that they're not personable. They're very personable sometimes. And look at people like Catch Me If You Can. He would have an antisocial personality type. But would he like to meet him? Would he be cool? I think so. Interestingness, right? Skills. These are all things you can learn. All things you can improve it on. And some things are more useful in our real world than others.